Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Operations Management course. My name is Andrea Masini. I'm a professor of Operations Management at HEC Paris and also the Associate Dean of MBA programs here. And I'm delighted to be given the opportunity to see you in a few days to spend a few hours talking about operations and supply chain management. So without further ado, let me tell you what we're going to do over the next few days regarding operations. The purpose of the course is to let you know how you can create and capture value through operational excellence. The course is subdivided into three parts. In the first day, we're going to set up the course by discussing operation strategy. What does it mean? It means that we're going to link the decisions that you can take as a manager in terms of the operational decisions, the things that you do, the way you design your processes, the way you operate your processes, with the strategy of your company. And we will introduce tools such as the product process matrix that will help you align those decisions. It will help you making sure that the choices that you make from an operational point of view make sense from a strategic point of view. For instance, a company that emphasizes quality in its strategy may need to take certain decisions in its processes which are different from those that will be taken by a company emphasizing low-cost operations. In the second part of the first day, we'll start a journey into the pillars of operations management, starting primarily process design and management. So we'll start with a case on a chocolate making company called Schaffenberger, where we discuss how you can possibly design and optimize processes to increase capacity when there is an increase in the demand for your product or your service. We'll do some calculations and we'll introduce some basic concepts such as capacity management, capacity utilization, throughput time, throughput rate. And most importantly, we will learn how you can debottleneck a process to increase its capacity without increasing costs. In the second day, we will continue talking about process design and management, but we will do that in the context of service operations, not manufacturing, but service operations. We look at the operations of a restaurant called Benihana, through which you can learn about queuing theory, and you can learn how variability has an impact on the efficiency of operations, especially in the context where customers and customer behavior can be modified or can be influenced by the decisions of a company. We will see how your decisions in terms of process design, management, may optimize, may increase the efficiency of a process by reducing variability. In the afternoon of the first day, we will start discussing process execution. What does it mean? It means that after having understood the pillars of operations management, the principles that make a process well run and well designed, we will introduce a human factor. So we'll study the example of Toyota and other important manufacturing organizations to understand how they leverage quality, how they use just-in-time, how they use lean to increase the efficiency of their production processes by leveraging the human factor, by leveraging their workforce. So it will be a journey into the field of quality management, of course, but it will also be an opportunity to understand and appreciate how some of those principles developed in a manufacturing organization like the one developed and run by Toyota can be also applied to service organizations. In the last day of the course, we will do two things. In the morning, we will discuss supply chain management and inventory management by taking a look at two companies in the apparel industry. This is an industry where the challenge of matching supply with demand is extremely important because demand is highly variable. After all, it's fashion. And we'll see how two companies like Zara and Marks & Spencer created different processes to address the same problem. And we'll also learn some techniques that you can use whenever you have to take decisions under uncertainty. For instance, you need to acquire or you need to build a power plant for electricity demand that will only occur in the future, but you need to take that decision today. You need to decide how big that plant will be. Or maybe you need to contact a supplier to buy raw materials, but you don't know how much you will exactly need for your production process. So we will use a few tools for that purpose. Finally, in the last part of the day, we will try to bring everything together, and we'll play a very exciting and challenging simulation called the Littlefield simulation, where you can apply all the concepts, theories, and models that you have learned throughout the course and test your knowledge of operations. So how does it work? It is a very fun game where you need to team up with your colleagues in groups of maybe 3 or 4 people, and you need to run a virtual factory for about an afternoon, for a few hours, trying to do your best to maximize the profitability of those operations. You can take decisions regarding contracts, regarding inventory management, regarding the capacity of your operations, regarding quality. And in the end, the goal, of course, is to be as profitable as you can within the time frame of the simulation. The beauty of the game is that you're going to be seeing the performance of your colleagues, and therefore the game has to be competitive in the sense that there will be a team, a winning team, which is the team that generates most of the profit. So that simulation will allow you to test your understanding of all the concepts that we saw. With that, I think we can switch to the course assessment. So we keep it as simple as possible. You're going to be evaluated on 3 major components. First of all, we'll do a case analysis on day 1 when we discuss the Schaffenberger case. Again, with your team members, you will have to analyze the operations of that company, and you will have to find solutions to increase its efficacy, its efficiency. And you will have to submit a short case summary, a short case analysis in class during the session, and that will count for about 20% of your grade. The second component of your evaluation will be the simulation that we will play in class on Saturday. It's 30% of your grade, and it is based primarily on 2 components. First of all, how actively you play and how actively you participate, and second, the extent to which your performance is higher or lower than the performance of the best team. So in that sense, it's a very competitive game because the level of performance that you have affects your grade. And finally, there will be a final individual exam that accounts for 50% of your grade, which covers basically the main ideas, the main concepts of the course, and it will be a multiple choice question closed book that you can take in class right after the course. And with that, I really look forward to seeing you in class in a few days. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to share them by mail, either directly with me or with the course administrators. Thank you very much, and see you soon.